What's up, guys? Frodo here, and man, I feel like this series is just going to get darker and darker and darker, which, I mean, it kind of has to, because that's the path that it's following with this story. It's Steins Gate 0, by the way. But yeah, I feel like this is just going to get darker and darker, because we've seen, like, the best ending possible with the Steins Gate, reaching Steins Gate in the first series, and we're not doing that in this series. So in this episode, we see Okabe interacting more with Kurisu, interacting more with Amadeus, and that becomes important later. But interacting more with Amadeus and showing her around town, showing her all the buildings, going to the lab, where she immediately, of course, made fun of the fact that it was a mess, and stuff like that. And why I say it was important that he's talking to Amadeus is because he very, very quickly began to again delude himself that he was talking with Kurisu. And because of that, we actually had a very, very sharp, abrupt moment at the end of the episode with Maho coming up, taking the phone away, locking, hanging up on Kurisu's memories and saying, this is not Kurisu, this is Amadeus. Kurisu is dead. And it cut to her crying at what can be assumed as Kurisu's funeral, showing that she had a very, very strong attachment to Kurisu, as well as Okabe. The difference is that in this timeline, Maho's connection with Kurisu is from start to finish with her being dead. Okabe's is a much more complex and very strewn out kind of attachment and relationship with Kurisu. So what we then saw was kind of that with the connection that Okabe has with Kurisu, as he kind of, I don't know if he was falling through or remembering or what, all the different time or world lines he had been falling through and being, altering and traveling through. So I feel like it kind of got a little weird in the sense of I wasn't sure exactly what he was doing, how they were portraying that, but it was definitely not good for him. He just lost it at the end of the episode. So, yeah, I mean, it was cool. The episode actually had some really lighthearted moments. We got to see the Christmas party that they had all been planning. We got to see that the doctor was like, there's that one really sexy girl over there. And it was Ruka, who's a dude, which was funny. What? What the fuck? Fairness interacting with Suzuha, which it really shows kind of, apparently, and I don't know if this was alluded to or mentioned up until now, but apparently Suzuha owes Ferris a huge debt in the world that Suzuha comes from. I'm not sure. And then they tried to surprise Suzuha, which was a terrible, terrible idea, because she almost broke her mother's neck. Yeah, so that was, I mean, it was a good episode. I really did enjoy this episode, just in the sense of all the stuff we got to see from the characters. Some lighthearted moments, but then, of course, some of the very, very heavy stuff. And I feel like that's going to be more of an overarching theme as we go through this series, is a lot of heavier themes that were not touched on in the first season, because the first season ended in such a way that it was happy and, a good ending, and this is probably going to end with a much darker ending. So that's my thoughts on that. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this review, the reviews I'm going to be switching to are going to be more along this kind of theme, but much longer, more details, much more in-depth. That's the plan. But as of right now, this is just what I'm doing for redirects, and of course Tokyo Ghoul will be getting something like this down the road. But if you guys enjoy this, please check out some of the other videos. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the links, because that is where the redirect is. And apart from that, check out the links. Comment. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Make sure to be there and have a good one.